About a month ago, I built something that nobody asked for. A towering monolith of graphite and wood. Yeah, a pencil. I built it on a whim, and I just thought it'd be a funny video, though I wasn't too sure if other people would find it as funny as I did. Turns out, a lot of you actually did. Not only that, you guys wanted more for some reason. Well, I sat down beside the pencil to rack my brain on exactly how I could fill the demand. Fair to say, the options were plentiful for silly stationery. After scouring the comments, the same request kept popping up. In the end, I settled upon something that, much like the first design, is pretty cursed. So, what did I build? Well, I could tell you, or I could show you. You asked, and you shall receive. A pencil sharpener, with pencil attached, to create perhaps one of the most hideous things I've ever built. A real eyesore, but also pretty amusing. Given how objectively ridiculous this is, I decided to just turn on no stability loss and see how far I could take the design. Not gonna lie, I kinda like it, turned out pretty good. I actually rather enjoy it in a strange way. It is, dare I say, pretty sharp. When I built the pencil last time, I included an interior, and I've actually done the same here as well, creating a pretty large space that could be used for, well, basically anything. This build could probably work without no stability loss, but to be fair, I don't think it'd be all that great. You kind of lose the aesthetic as you have to introduce a lot of supports and ceilings and the like. I also used the Pippy mod to scale up a devolved fiend insignia to act as the screw that holds the sharpener blade in place. I tried a few other things, but that ended up being the best result. If for some reason you did want to build this on console, a wall paint or a diamond of sloping sides might work. This was probably one of the hardest parts though, alongside getting a texture for the blade that didn't just, look kind of out of place. To be fair, I don't really think anyone would want to live in a pencil sharpener build, but I could be wrong. This build would be fairly easy to convert and build without any admin permissions, but if for some reason you do end up building this, do come over to the Discord and drop a picture in the building showcase channel. Link is in the description or the pinned comment. I don't really expect anyone to, but it'd be pretty funny. I've built some ridiculous things, but I think this one kind of takes the cake. I think what probably makes it worse is that aside from it being a no stability loss build, the interior is just really spacious and has lots of really good usable room. The pencil build was not exactly ideal. It wasn't terrible, but it did have some issues with flow and spacing, but this pencil sharpener just has a whole breadth of room for basically almost anything. Again, I don't think anybody would want to live in it, and it's definitely not super practical, but if you scaled it down a little, I think you could probably get away with maybe only 1 or 2 pillars to hold the ceiling up. That's really the only stability concern, is the ceiling above at the top of the sharpener, so if you can resolve that, you too can live in a piece of stationery. I didn't expect you guys to enjoy the last video as much as you did, but it only seemed right to take the suggestions and build them up a bit more. Make them sharper, if you will. This is an utterly ridiculous build, but you know what? I had fun making it. Hopefully you guys had as much fun as I did too. I don't expect to be making a third part of this. The stationery series isn't exactly in my future plans, but if you guys come up with some good ideas, well, never say never. And on that note, thank you for watching, and of course a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Make sure you subscribe for more Conan builds, news, reviews, guides, lore videos and more, and if you enjoyed, do leave a like too, it always helps. Take care, and I'll see you soon.